Well folks, this is what grocery shopping might look like when the supermarkets run out of food. Not exactly a feast, huh? But what if I told you that you never have to rely on a store for food again? What if you could step outside, grab fresh eggs, milk, and even fish, without spending a dime? Welcome to Ancestry Lands, where we talk about land ownership, preparedness, and how to make sure you're not the guy trading a Rolex for a sandwich in the middle of an economic collapse. Now you might be thinking, food shortages? That's something from history books. Well, tell that to the people of Venezuela. In 2018, the average Venezuelan adult lost 24 pounds due to food shortages. That's a forced diet nobody signed up for. I mean, sure, I could lose a few pounds, but I'd rather do it by choice. So, let's talk about livestock, your all-natural, organic, and delicious insurance policy against a food crisis. You can't eat gold, you can't eat your iPhone, and no one is gonna trade you a steak for a TikTok dance. But livestock, that's real wealth. Food-producing animals don't just feed you, they also let you barter for other necessities. Now, feeding animals can get expensive, especially if store-bought food becomes scarce. So, you'll want tough animals that can live off the land. Basically, you need the Chuck Norris of farm animals. Let's meet our survival all-stars. Most people go straight to chickens, but I say, go for khaki Campbell ducks instead. Why? They lay up to 300 eggs a year. They eat slugs and bugs, so no need for expensive feed. They're less destructive than chickens. And, fun fact, you can keep fish in their pond. Ducks poop, fish eat the poop, and boom, you've got a self-sustaining food source. It's like nature's version of teamwork. Speaking of fish, keeping a mix of tilapia, bass, carp, and catfish in your pond means fresh seafood year-round. They clean up duck waste, they enrich the water for your crops, they provide high-protein meals. And let's be honest, if times get tough, you'll be the only person in your neighborhood still enjoying fish tacos. I know what you're thinking, pigeons? Aren't those just sky rats? Well, fun fact, your ancestors brought pigeons to America as food. They breed like crazy, so you'll always have more. They require almost no upkeep. They make a great stew. And look, if they were good enough for your great-great-grandpa, they're good enough for you. If cows are the SUVs of livestock, then goats are the off-road Jeeps, sturdy, tough, and able to eat almost anything. They don't need grass, just weeds, bark, and shrubs. They produce nutritious milk, perfect for cheese making. They breed super fast. You could go from 6 to 42 goats in 2 years. Goats also have one big advantage over sheep. They're way harder to steal. See? They've got street smarts. Let's talk about rabbits. The introverts of the livestock world. They don't need much space. They eat scraps and garden waste. They breed faster than you can say rabbit stew. Plus, rabbit poop is amazing fertilizer for your crops. That's free plant food and free protein. Now you might be wondering, how does all of this connect to owning land? Simple. If you don't own land, you can't raise these animals. You can't plant crops to feed them, and you definitely can't build a duckfish eco-empire. But with your own piece of land, especially from Ancestry Lands, you can create a self-sustaining food system that keeps you fed no matter what happens. Plus, let's be honest, being the guy with fresh eggs, milk, and barbecue ribs in an economic collapse, that's a power move. So what's the takeaway here? 1. Supermarkets might fail, but you don't have to. 2. Livestock is a store of value, one that feeds you. And 3. Owning land is the key to survival and independence. If you want to secure your future, visit Ancestry Lands today. Let's get you set up with a place to grow your own food, raise your own animals, and prepare for whatever the world throws your way. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got breakfast, lunch, and dinner right here.